What's up, everybody? It's time for another Picks and Parlays Power Hour. I'm your host, Allie Burns, and today I've got three expert handicappers on the show. We're going to start with Jesse the Iceman Schul, moving to Sean Higgs, and we've got Cameron Ross. We're talking college football, we're talking NFL. We even threw a rapid fire into this episode. So without further ado, let's get this party started. First, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Jesse Schul is here, everybody. We're going to talk LSU at Florida. How's it going, Jesse?
Going great, Allie. Great to be here again.
Yes. Great picks last week. Let's keep that trend rolling along. LSU's at Florida. The Gators are -3, and the total's of 51. So what's your first thoughts about this game?
Well, I know a lot of people really like LSU in this game, but I'm looking at going the other way. There's a lot of similarities between these two teams. Of course, both teams are 4-2. Both teams got new coaches in the offseason. Florida picked up Billy Napier after he had success with the Ragin' Cajuns, going 13-1, winning the Sun Belt. And of course, LSU picked up Brian Kelly over from Notre Dame. And of course, he had a ton of success at Notre Dame. But I wasn't really all that impressed with Brian Kelly at Notre Dame. Notre Dame won a lot of games against, the likes of Temple and Boston College and Georgia Tech, whereas it seemed like every time they played a big game, in a playoff game or a big bowl game, they would lose. Of course, Notre Dame always has a ton of recruits. They're always highly ranked. I wasn't impressed with what Brian Kelly did there. I've been really impressed with Billy Napier, though. I was impressed with their upset win over Utah in week 1. And, there wasn't a lot of expectations for this Florida team. So for them to be 4-2 right now, I think they're happy with that. But I don't know if you guys pay attention to what Stephen A. Smith says. I tend not to most of the time, but I just happened to come across a report that Stephen A. Smith put out that Brian Kelly is really fallen out of favor in Louisiana. The players are not a big. They're not really buying in. The fans don't like him. The school or the organization doesn't like him. So he might. I wouldn't call it the hot seat, but they're not really happy with him right now. And I don't think they should be, really. He got off to a rocky start. I don't know if you guys remember his first press conference. He put on some kind of phony Southern accent. It was really not very well received.
Oh,
so I'm going to give a coaching edge to Florida here. I think Florida is the healthier team. I watched Tennessee, lay that whoop ass on them last Saturday. I had Tennessee, so I was really, really happy about that. But one of the things I noticed was a lot of players were getting carted off the field, a lot of LSU players. So they picked up a lot of injuries in that game. They were already a little bit banged up. I think Florida's a little healthier. You look at both these teams have poor quarterback play. They're not really having a lot of success running the ball, but Florida's at home. Florida's in a little bit better shape. I like their coach better. Short line. I'll take Florida -3.
All right. I even see some 2.5s out there. So definitely shop your lines around. Make sure you're getting the best number. You might even want to look at it at a money line play if you can get that number low enough. Okay. So Gators -3 is what we're rolling with for Jesse's free pick Saturday. Guys, don't forget, we've got a great promo over at picksandparlays.net. You can find Jesse Schul or any of our other handicappers and use the promo code quarter. It's going to save you 25% off whatever you buy. I believe, Jesse, you're number 3 in the NFL, number 5 in college football over at the site. So you're crushing it. Let's keep this party rolling right along. We're going to talk Broncos at the Chargers. Also, sorry about that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We are on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, Broncos were the Chargers. We got the Chargers -4.5 on this one. The total is 45.5. Tell me what you like.
Well, this is quite the coaching matchup between Nathaniel Hackett and Brandon Staley. Between the two of them, I mean, they might be punting on second and third down. Who knows? These guys have been an adventure all year. The problem for Nathaniel Hackett, though, is he doesn't have Justin Herbert or Austin Eckler or some of the talent that the Chargers have. Denver's really banged up here. Randy Gregory's out. They lost Javonte Williams for the rest of the year. Garrett Bowles and Ronald Darby on the IR. And that's just a few of the names. I mean, the list is really long for injuries for Denver. And then Russell Wilson, shoulder injury. I mean, he had a procedure this week. He hasn't played very well. So that news came out that he's been dealing with a sore shoulders, might be some might think it's an excuse, but it does make a little bit of sense. Like I said about Notre Dame and the players not buying into the coach, I'd have to think that Denver's players are really not very happy with Nathaniel Hackett. In fact, some of them have outright said so, and we've seen them outbursts on the sidelines. That one wide receiver that was wide open in the end zone against the Colts and didn't get a look was smashing his helmet and pretty upset. I'm going to have to go with the Chargers here, even though their coach isn't much better. They're just healthier, more talented at home, better quarterback. And I will say about Russell Wilson, one thing I noticed about him is, have you noticed anything different about the way he looks, Allie?
No, I haven't. Because I could not pay myself to watch the last game that he was in. So haven't really looked at him because it's really hard to watch that last Broncos game. Go ahead.
He looks to me like he's put on a little bit of weight, and nobody's talking about it, but he looks chubby.
Well, that's kind of rude. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I know, but, are we going to bet on him if he's out of shape? He's not playing very well. I don't know.
Well, and then one thing to look at is who's his backup quarterback. And I believe it's that guy from Boise State. Ripon is his name, from Boise State, who's not a bad kid. But if Russell isn't going to make it through the whole game, I mean, is this someone who could really get some work done because no one's got a book on him or anything like that? So I would definitely be looking into that as well. But I agree with you. I think the Chargers are the play here. I'm even seeing 5s out there now. So we want to watch out for that. So that's the pick. Chargers minus the 4.5 with a chubby Russell Wilson. That hurts. It hurts to say it that way. Don't forget, head over to picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code quarter. It'll save you 25% off the site. Look for Jesse the Iceman Shoal, his premium plays. That's where we keep them. It's really great value if you want some premium picks in your pocket for the weekend. Also, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks so much for stopping by the Power Hour, Jesse. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
All right. Up next, I've got Sean Higgs coming in hot. We've got an NFL rapid fire to get through. Sean Higgs, are you here? Paging, Mr. Higgs, Mr. Higgs.
I'd say I'm svelte, Sean, but I'm really pleasantly plump for talking about chubby Russell Wilson. I'm a pleasantly plump Higgs. Hefty Higgs, I guess hefty. That's not kind to say, but
remember back in the studio days, we used to call you Higgy Smalls.
Yes. And I was a lot bigger. I was like 360 back in those days. Now I'm in the 278 range now. Leaned out.
Leaned out. All right. So let's talk NFL rapid fire. We're going to go through 5 games in about 5 minutes, and we're going to start it off with the Ravens at the Giants. Ravens are a -6 on the road. Total is a 45. Giants coming back from that big game where they upset the Packers in London. So not sure about jet lag on the way back home, but I got to tell you, I have been really impressed with this Giants squad. And it was you who gave me the play to take them to win the division at +750. And I am sitting on that. So thanks for that. What do you got on this one?
Yeah, so far so good with the Giants, right? They've definitely, I think, overachieved a little bit in people's eyes. But they brought a new coach in. The players obviously love him. Daniel Jones is taking a step forward. He hasn't been the fumbleitis kind of guy he was.
Right.
And honestly, this game here, like last week, I'm like, wow, team's coming back from London, no bye weeks. Both teams won last week, right? Saints, Vikings in a battle with the Bears, but still pulling out. I'm getting 6 points here. Give me the Giants. Yeah. This Raven defense, I'm not saying Lamar. Lamar's a couple plays away from an undefeated season, right? I mean, a total breakdown against Miami, the Bills game late. Really, he was right there for an undefeated season. A lot of hype on him. The defense, though, is a problem. And you know what? The Giants, it's all about the coach for me. The guy
Yep.
This I had Green Bay last week at a 6.5. This team, right? You think it'll be a Green Bay's up early? No, they collapsed. Giants chug away, and here they are pulling out an outright win, not even backdoor cover. And I think that's coaching. I think that reflects in the players. Like, hey, we're going to come in here and fight to the end. And the Ravens defense, time and time again, has shown they can't hold fourth quarter leads. They give up plays. And I got a guy, Barkley, looks 100% healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Daniel Jones wheels it out a little bit too. He could take it off. I'm taking the Giants here. Won't be shocked at a little outright. Give me New York here.
Yeah, I already took this at 5.5, thinking that it might go down. It went the other way, but that's fine. I'll just take it again at 6. That's how I'll do that. No, actually, I won't. But nonetheless, I liked this play before the number even moved. Well, I'm a sucker for a plus 5.5. I got to get my plus 5.5. So it's like my number. Okay, so 49ers are at the Falcons in our next matchup. Niners, here's another 5.5 for you. Do we take the Falcons plus 5.5? I don't know if I'm ready for that 5.5, but the total's 44 and a hook. What do you got here?
I'm for it. I'm taking Atlanta here, and it was a 6.
The magic number.
It was. This line opened higher and it's come down. And again, this isn't like you and your friends at a bar before game time putting money on on the app betting the Falcons. This is midweek Tuesday, Wednesday betting, which is more sharper kind of money coming in. Right. And again, if it's a point and a half in your favor, wonderful. But the Falcons, they've shown they can put up some points. Right. I mean, I know San Fran's got a defense, but they're a little banged up right now. And maybe they're thinking to themselves, let's just get through this week and get home. We've been on the East Coast for 2 weeks in a row here. I'm not listen, I like the Niners. I think the Niners, them and the Eagles, that's my game to go to Super Bowl. I'm a Garoppolo guy. But back-to-back roadies, you're laying points here to a team that's put up offense. They've put up some offense here with Mariota. Huh? Go figure. I'm gonna take the points here with the Falcons. I know it's ugly. Hold your nose sometimes. You gotta.
Sometimes you gotta hold your nose and make the bet. All right, let's talk Cowboys at the Eagles. Eagles are -6. The total's 42.5 on this one. What do you say? I know the Cowboys are your team. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, I got this total at 45.5 when it opened, and it's steadily come down. And why wouldn't it? The Dallas defense and the Eagle defense, you got two good defenses here. And let's be honest, as much as Hurts has taken a good step forward, this is a pretty good test to see him versus a pretty good defense go get some pressure on him. And the Cowboy offense, maybe Dak's here, maybe he's not. Who knows? That's not the point. Either way, he's going to be coming back after being out for a month and a half. So he's not going to be crisp against a good defense here. And again, Cooper Rush, he's done enough to win, but when you're winning 20-6 and low scoring games, we've seen the Eagles not give up points in the second half to team. So this is an under, let's go. If you like that, Dallas too, if you take a division home dog, I'm not going to hate you for that too, but let's go Dallas under the total here against the Eagles.
All right. That's how we're playing that one. Let's talk Patriots at the Browns.
We can talk Padres for Friday. Yeah, let's go San Diego. Get it done at home with Snell here.
Just going to slip in some baseball into your NFL rapid fire. Great game last night, though. Great game. Okay, so Patriots at the Browns. Browns are -2.5. Total 43.5 on this one. Let's go.
Yeah, normally I'm not a take a 2.5 kind of guy. I'm like, if you're not good enough to lay 3 at home, but I'm going to not lay 3 at home here with Cleveland. I'm going to take the Browns. And then, Brissett has not been terrible. I know he gets a bad rap out here with this team. This team could play. Again, part of me, I understand. You want to take it's Belichick, and he's shown that they could win some games here. I was thought it'd be a kind of tough year for them. I'm not a big Mac Jones fan. Zappy, though, I kind of like that kid. But now he's a couple games under his belt. The defense here has a notebook on him, says, hey, this is what you like to do. We kind of prepare for him a little bit. I just think the Cleveland offense, the running game can really open things up for them. So I'm going to Browns here at home. Small home fave. I know it's not where I want it to be, but I'm going Cleveland. I'll fade Belichick. I'll be that dummy this week. It happens.
Well, I like that play a lot because everyone just saw the Patriots shut out the Lions 29-0. So everyone's really high on them right now. And no, I like the idea of going the other way on this one. Absolutely, especially at home. Okay, last one for the round. We're talking Bills and the Chiefs. Chiefs are a -2.5. Total on this one's 53.5. Which way do we go?
Well, I'll be going over the total here. Now, is the Chiefs -2.5? I thought they were +2.5 at home because I think that line moved the other way. Either way, I'm going over here. We saw, and I can't see last week against your Vegas team -7. And forget about the crazy ending where they kick a field goal, they're up 8, and then the Raiders go for 2 late. forget all that. The minute I saw them go for 2, and I said this when I was doing midday, I'm like, that tells me that your coach has zero confidence in your defense. Zone. So if you can't stop David Carr, who short of that game looked pedestrian coming into, I mean, let's be honest, that was a must-win game. You couldn't even win it in a must-win situation. And if you're not stopping him, I've said this from day one about Buffalo. This is like the revenge tour for last year, and we lost a coin flip.
Yeah.
And we've seen them destroy teams. Even the Miami game, they out yarded them 500, doubled up the yardage. I mean, nothing is slowing this team down other than themselves. And payback time, I think the Bills line is 2 here. I think they're favored in
It
this
is.
game.
You're right. I looked it up. It's Bills minus 2.5, and even 3 is out there too.
This was Bills. I got Bills at plus 110 on the openers on this game. I think the Bills, I don't think this game's going to be close. I think, again, shootout time, let's go. You want to take the Bills? People go to Mahomes at home. I get it. Andy Reid, I understand. Over for sure, though. You're not stopping Buffalo. Payback time. It's payback season. I'm not even a Buffalo guy. I'm not jumping off tables and, doing kind of Bills Mafia stuff. But this team, best in football. This is the team right here, number 1.
Yeah. Naked City Pizza here in Vegas is a huge Bills bar, and this is the bar I go to, and they are just beside themselves right now with how excited they are about the Bills' success this season. So let's just hope it carries on, and it doesn't end up being like one of the 4 times they went to the Super Bowl and lost. It's not that season, okay? All right, Sean Higgs, guys, if you want some premium plays from Sean Higgs, check him out over at picksandparlays.net. Over the last 7 days, he's number 3 on the site, up $500. You're number 1 in the NFL. On the leaderboard. So definitely check out Higgs and use the promo code QUARTER. It's going to save you 25% off whatever you get from the site. Also, let's subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and don't forget about the Picks and Parlays Power Hour happening every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, Sean Higgs, thank you for stopping by. We'll see you again next week.
You got it.
Okay. Up next, I have got one Mr. Cameron Ross.
No, you got me again. Hi. You can come back to me.
Bye.
Good talk.
We're having technical difficulties.
Good talk, Higgs.
We're not having technical difficulties. You missed. We're going to cut that out. You missed Higgs one more video.
Oh, shit. I thought he just did that.
I'm back for another. 5 games is not enough.
Like this, as in like I can't push any buttons, so let me keep going. That's what I thought that symbol was. Okay, so we're gonna do one more apparently. Panthers are at the Rams. Rams minus 10. God, that seems like a ton of points for the Rams. Total on this one's 41.5. What are we doing with this?
Yeah, I initially this line came out. I wanted to take Carolina. I'm like, who are the Rams to give 10? But then Carolina finally severed ties with their coach, who, man, totally overmatched here in the NFL. This only way to look at this game is the under. The Rams have 0 offense. It is, hi, I'm going to throw the ball to Cooper. This is like a high school team. We're going to throw to the best guy on our team and just hope he gets us to the end zone. And what is Carolina doing? Nothing. Exactly. That's why I was quiet for a while, because you can't say anything. They no offense. The defense is decent. I mean, come on, they lose games 23-10 every week. I guess you're short in it, 23-6. I don't know. Where are we getting 40 points from here? Are we getting 6 block punts and field goals and pick sixes? Maybe. I mean, who knows with the quarterback situation? We got Walker. Although I like Walker. Give him a shot. You got nothing to lose here. This season's in the tank anyway. Let him go the whole way. So, again, under here. I don't see the Rams score much. No, they're a one-man band. It's a one-man show cup. Under 41.5.
All right, under we shall go. Sean Higgs, you are 41-23 in the NFL this season, up $1,600, number 3 over at the picksandparlays.net site. So everybody head over to picksandparlays.net and use the promo code QUARTER to save you 25% off whatever you buy from Sean Higgs. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Thanks so much, Sean Higgs. We'll see you next week, every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. right here on the Power Hour. See you later, Higgs.
Take care.
All right. So now it's time for Cam Ross. Now we've all got our stuff together. Cam Ross, how are you doing today, friend?
Really this time, or really this time?
Yes, really this time. We're going to do it really.
I'm doing pretty good. I've been sick the last couple of days. That's why you guys didn't see me on Tuesday. But
yeah,
coming on through. It's just the weather. The weather just kicks the shit out of me every year. When it starts to switch, it just no big deal though. I'm good though.
It happens. It happens. Okay, so let's talk some Saturday college football. NC State is at Syracuse, little ACC action. Cuse minus 3.5. The total's 42. How are we going to play it?
Yeah, both of these teams are playing pretty well. 16 and 18. They both look good. Cuse is undefeated. They just dog walked Wagner 59-0 last week. North Carolina State slipped by Florida State 19-17. Both teams only give up 14, 15 points a game. But North Carolina State's scoring nearly 31. Syracuse is scoring 38 plus. I think both offenses are going to show up and play. This is a big time game. It's important.
Right.
I think it's going to turn into a shootout. I'm actually going to go over in this game as I think both teams are going to try to flex their offensive muscle and get out and run against the other one.
Get out and run. Okay, over 42 is the way that we're going to play this one. People at home, don't forget, check out Cameron Ross over at picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code quarter. It's going to save you 25% off the entire site. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, so like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications so you can get reminded when we go live with free picks. Okay, so one more to go. We've got Cowboys at the Eagles. Eagles minus 6, totals 42.5. We kind of touched on this a little bit with Higgs. Let's hear your take on it.
Yeah, I do agree with a lot that Higgs said, but, undefeated overall against 4-1, even Dak, no Dak, regardless, this game's important.
Yeah.
This game's important to both teams, and Dallas is moving the ball well. They're playing pretty well. The Eagles clearly are playing great.
Yeah.
But I think the star is going to disrupt the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to overplay. They're going to press. I do think the Eagles can win this game. But I think Dallas is playing well enough. They're going to run the ball enough, regardless of which quarterback goes. I think Dallas has enough, especially on the defensive side of the ball, to stay close. And I'm going to actually take Dallas to cover this number because I think Dallas is going to try really, really hard to win and just ruin that perfect season that's going on in Philadelphia.
That's just it. Heavy's the head that wears the crown, right?
Right.
And Dallas is 2-0 on the road. They're 4-1 on the season, 2-0 on the road. So this isn't a team that couldn't mess with the Eagles. And sometimes, that's just it. When you're on top, everybody else has to get through you to get to where you are. That's just the name of the game. All right, Cam Ross. Everybody, don't forget, check him out over at picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code quarter. It's going to save you 25% off the entire site. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks so much for coming on the Power Hour. We'll see you guys again next week.